Hey guys, let me mute that, a little irritating. My favorite, yeah, I love that song. It's pretty entertaining. So, hi Trish, hi Caroline, I saw you got on. Hi Amanda, I saw you jump on. For those of you who jumped on that I don't know who you are and don't know who I am, my name is Megan Maydell. I am the owner of Moxie and Grace. I'm a brand and business strategist for creative entrepreneurs who are looking to craft brands and businesses that don't suck, allow them to embrace all facets of their personality, and make money while they're at it. Thank you so much, Caroline, for inviting your followers. If you guys want to do the same, feel free to just swipe or flip up. Invite your followers so they can get all the goods on the number one thing that I believe you need to have with your brand, but you most likely don't have for your brand unless you've been through the brand bakery or you have been through a brand breakthrough with me. When you can also heart it up, as you feel free, as you see fit. So today I'm talking about your brand must-have, and if you were on the end of my scope yesterday, you guys have an idea of what it is already. And I know that most of you probably assumed that it was likely a brand board, that I was going to tell you had to have a brand board to be able to, make your branding happen. And I do love my brand board. It's the most amazing thing on the planet. It helps me keep my shit together. It stops me from posting visuals that have absolutely nothing to do with the core of my brand or the aesthetic of my brand. But that's not what I'm talking about today. I wanted something that really helped cover when my clients felt stuck and they were at the point where they were trying to, it's only a small part of your brand. Yes. When my clients were they were feeling stuck and they were trying to convey to someone else really what their brand was, and get them to really feel it. The feelings are a big part of it. Put them in the right mood to encounter your brand, to really get your brand. That seemed to be the big element that was missing, even after we figured out the story, even after we figured out the brand board. Hi, Makeda. Even after we figured out the messaging and the voice and all that stuff, we were still kind of missing that mood aspect of it. So, if you don't know already, am a music fanatic. I listen to any and all kinds of music except for 90s. Not into 90s shit, nor am I into the emo stuff, but I can do just about anything and everything else. Show tunes, opera, hard rock, death metal, the whole 9 yards. And what I liked most about music is that it creates all kinds of just amazing emotions. And I found it to be immensely helpful in looking at what your brand is and how it feels to someone else, and putting them in the right kind of headspace, and even putting yourself in the right kind of headspace when it comes to tying your whole brand together and kind of wrapping your mind around this big abstract concept. Let's call it that. So I make all my brand breakthrough clients create one now before they get around to making their brand board. I had all my brand breakthrough or my brand bakery students go through this before they even got to create their brand board. It was an integral piece, and it helped them immensely. Thank you so much, Amanda, for sharing. It really does. Do you think websites should have music? No. I hate music on websites. It pisses me off. Music on websites does not work for me. It's not something that's an option. If it was something where I could choose if I wanted to turn it on or off, I'd be okay with it. But websites that you log on to and it automatically starts blaring some weird ass shit at you, that drives me insane. No, not doing that. Turn it off and stop doing that. It's very early 90s when people were just figuring out web design. It's awful. It'd be a little MySpace-ish. Yes, it is. God, it's awful. Don't do that. This is more for you, and something that will help you kind of get into your brand, and it's something that you can use while you're interacting with your clients, maybe in a more one-on-one kind of a setting. It is still annoying to have to turn it off. I can't stand having to go look for the off button when I land on a website and things start to happen. Or even ads. Now they have the ads that will start playing right away, the video ads when you land on a website. Pisses me off. I'll close out of your website. I'm not that dedicated to read your article if you have ads on there that automatically start playing and annoying me from the second I log onto your website. Not happening. But I have had my clients start listening to a brand playlist as they create their brand board. And it's just another resource. Another great thing about creating a brand playlist is that it's another resource that you can send to your graphic designer to make sure everyone's on the same page inspiration-wise. It's something you can create, kind of help them get in the mood, feeling the vibe, that whole kind of a thing as they're looking at your brand board, as they're going through the questions that you probably answered. If they're a good designer, they give you a questionnaire to fill out as far as creating your brand identity. And that so they can kind of all get it together. I would love that as a designer, right, Caroline? I have found it works wonders for the designers that I send my clients to get their design work done, that they love that part of it because it helps give them another element to kind of understand what's going on inside of their client's mind. So for the brand refresh that I am going through right now, that you all have started to see kind of like creep out for the last few weeks, I created a brand playlist for that has some songs on it, and it kind of ties into what my brand board looked like. So let me see if I can pull that up for you guys. So mine is starting to go a little bit edgier, as any of you all have seen in my new brand photo shoot. I'm wearing this giant lime green tulle skirt. I have purple hair. It's just kind of going in that like wild, crazy, colorful direction with a little bit of an edge to it. So the songs I started adding were The Darkness, the song you guys were listening to when you first jumped on. I Believe in a Thing Called Love, True Love by Pink, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, All About That Bass, All the Small Things by Blink-182, Beat It by Michael Jackson. I got some Beyonce on here. I got some Dropkick Murphys on here. I've got some Tove Lo, I've got some Sia, I've got some Ting Tings on here, I've got Young the Giant, all kind of stuff that whenever you see all of these songs together and then you start to see pieces of the branding start to come out, you'll start to see like, oh, okay, all of that together really does make sense. Like, I get it. All right. And it was something that I know has helped some of the other people that I brought in to help on different things that I'm getting ready to put out for my business. I really helped them kind of get into the right headspace. So I'm willing to bet it's probably one of the things that you don't have for your business right now. And it's a great resource that you can help send out, like even to VAs, even to social media people that you're bringing on, if they're handling any, you hand off to them, and it will add another layer of depth to your branding and kind of help them stay in the right headspace. So I challenge you all this weekend to create your own brand playlist, share it with us over in the Facebook group, Badass Bosspreneurs, so we can all really get into the mood of your brand, which is just as important as how it looks. And I'll share over in the Facebook group the link to my Pinterest mood board, and I'll share the link to my Spotify playlist that I created for my brand, so you guys can start to see how things are coming together and how I've been able to get so many different pieces, so many different players on board with my brand and where it stands. Never even thought of that. Yeah, most people haven't thought of this. Most people haven't. Like the old MySpace vibe. Yeah, without being creepy and cheesy and weird. But I'll post links to all of that inside the Facebook group, and that way you all be able to see how everything kind of tied together, how I've been able to get my team on board and get them kind of figuring out what the brand looks like, what the brand feels like, what the brand sounds like, so that we're all on the same page. We all know exactly what everything's supposed to do. We all know how we're supposed to put everything out there, and it just helps, you know, stop the confusion before it even starts. And it's just something that really adds another layer of depth to your branding, which is what I love so much about it. And I'm a music person, so obviously, duh. So head over to the Facebook group, Badass Bosspreneurs, and I will post links to all of that in there. You guys can see it, go through it, see, get like sneak peeks into the mood and the vibe of my brand refresh that's coming out, and I will see you all on Monday. So I challenge you guys to get that done this weekend, make it happen, create a brand playlist for yourself and start sharing it with your team and the people who you have creating things for you, and see if it doesn't help kind of get everyone on the same page. Plus it's also something fun that I'll listen to like before webinars, like when I need to get hyped up and like in the mood and ready to rock and roll, or like before Periscopes. It helps having something for then too. It's something that's just kind of for you. So I challenge you all to make it happen this weekend. Post your Spotify playlist inside the Facebook group. I'll post mine. I'll post my Pinterest board so you guys can have an idea of what's happening. And I will see you all on Monday. Bye, guys.